establishing shot in a TV show or movie where they're talking about Warner Brothers Television. Right? So this is very important. All right. Hold on, I got to make a quick call. Because if we can get in here, I'm going to do it. We film this from the front. Right? We'll put a forced perspective in the front window or like on the back wall that makes you think, or makes the camera think, that there's actually merchandise and people in there, and there may not be anything in it. Right? So a forced perspective is very powerful, and you'll see that when you see the Hobbit table. Right? It's pretty important. Doug Ross's apartment from ER, which is George Clooney's character. See where the columns are? That's the apartment building where he lived. Yeah. Yep. And so this is Park Place, where you see those trees on the right. There's another street that we call Hennessy Street. That's the street where James Cagney did all of his gangster films. Right? Public Enemy, Angels with Dirty Faces. Do you guys know who he is? Yes. Oh, you dirty rat. Oh, you hurt my brother. I'm gonna get you, see. I'm gonna get you, see. That's the way he talks. We're not coming in. Promise, we're not coming in. They've had instances where they filmed scenes here, but most of it's filmed in Canada.
Where in Canada?
So we have a studio there, I think near Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the left coast.
Sex and the City and
yes,
Gossip Girl
yes.
filmed in New York.
Yes.
Vampire Diaries filmed in North Carolina.
Yes.
And Supernatural also filmed in Canada. So we won't see sets from those things, just so you know.
Somebody playing on their phone.
Do you guys know what this is?
No. A building?
It's a building. This is who we are, right? This has got to have a permanent sign. This is where, like, these producers will walk over here. Shows, they're not even. John Wells. There's some that are so secretive they won't even let us say the secret name because they're worried that people will go and Google it and figure out what it actually is. So, you know, if they don't tell you that, then I'm telling you, it's called latitude. And this is the base camp where they set up a.
Look at all the water
They'll
bottles.
put actors' trailers here, hair, makeup, costume, wardrobe, food service, right? And it's for the production when they're on the lot. Today they're filming off the lot, but they're setting up for a stunt scene, which is why you see all that stuff there, the fake trees and everything, right? So.
Oh yeah, they have fake trees.
They're building motels right here. But I'm going to play our little video for that area. That was for us. But I mean, honestly, I would do it again because yeah. We're not in anybody's way, you know. You guys came for a tour, you're gonna get it. All right.
As it was seen in the 1982 motion picture version.
This
is Hennessy Street, as it was seen in the 1982 motion picture version of Hennessy Street has since been transformed into Gotham City for the Batman movies. And it was also the futuristic Rouge City in Steven Spielberg's AI artificial intelligence. Talented production designers created these locations by adding physical elements to these facades. But in The Last Samurai, when Billy Connolly and Tom Cruise round the corner and head off into the distance in 19th century San Francisco, they were really walking off of Hennessy Street and onto the modern studio. The San Francisco backdrop was all added digitally with computers during post-production.
all right. So this is the courthouse where you see it's in Fargo, 2012. In 2016, it's in Hamilton, Georgia. But it originally is in the 1960s Adam West Batman TV show. This is Commissioner Gordon's office. So that's where the Batmobile is here. Most of them don't have this many. They might have one row because they only put the most important movies and TV shows on this plaque, right? Thousands of things would have filmed in here. Thousands since 1936. But look how many they put here. Like they really want their name to be. It's in Pushing Daisies, right? Where it's the morgue and they painted red and white stripes like a candy cane. It's an all-American as Asher's stepdad's Beverly Hills restaurant. And then there is an older movie we're filmed next to the hotel called Harlem Nights. Eddie Murphy and Della Reese.
Love that movie.
Yeah, okay.
Shot me a pinky toe.
Yeah, like a much busier street. They completely faked that. Because they add height to it digitally. So it's like 4 stories.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. This show's so good.
So funny. Oh, it's so good.
I'll have to watch it. It's on my queue to watch, but I just haven't watched it.
All the stuff is just set dressing.
How did I not watch this?
Because then we binged it. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
really like, oh, it's so good. That's
Like a school version of The
I
Office.
will binge it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so good.
No, I didn't like The Office. I like the British Office. Not so. It's French fountain and chair. Gilmore Girls reading tree. I don't know what's in behind it, but
Partner with the studios. If it's a big blockbuster film, like Avengers, anything that's Marvel, DC, that is the studio stuff. Those are their tent poles. Those are the big movies that they do every year, so that they can fund the studio. All the smaller stuff is usually done by a producer that is also an actor. Will Smith, Dwayne Johnson, Tom Cruise. Clint Eastwood, right? So these are the people that run these production companies that we have on the studio lot. Right? This is New Line Cinema. The studio just bought that New Line Cinema out. Right? It used to be the production company. People called it the house that Freddie built because they did Nightmare on Elm Street. It made so much money. Studio was like, yeah, let's take them over. Right? Let's buy them out, and they did. Since when we've done Final Destination, Conjuring, Annabelle Creations, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, right? It. Yeah. So we're gonna end up turning through here whenever this fire truck decides to. Nope, I don't think they're gonna move. Okay. Let's just put us into a situation here. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can squeeze through here. Oh yeah, we're good.
Oh, do you have the keychain with you?
So this is the backside of our premiere theater.
backside of
But we
water.
actually do, big time premieres. But they blocked it. He told us to come over here and they blocked it. But what you guys can see is that this is a trompe-l'oeil, right? This means to trick the eye in French. Trompe-l'oeil, right? We create this if we're doing a film or movie or like a TV show, let's say, and we need Paris. And they're like, whoa, based on our calculations, it'll cost $2 million to go to Paris for like a 5-minute scene, right? And maybe smaller than that, right? They would need to do a lot of filming, and so they just build that on the front of a side of a building. Sometimes it's just painted, but it's in a technique that makes it look real. Look at it through your camera phone. You'll see what I mean. It actually looks pretty real. This is one of those types of forced perspectives that tricks the camera. It thinks that it's real. It's looking at a real building. Sometimes you have like faces peering out of the window, and so you're.
Just wanted to take a picture.
No, all the stuff is gone. It's actually all open inside. So when you would see Luke go up the back stairs to his apartment, it wasn't there. There's no floors there. Right. It was in the firehouse.
Oh.
So they would film on the back stairs going up, and then they would jump over to there and merge it together. You'd have no idea.
No.
It's hard to see there's the gazebo right here.
I wanted a picture in the gazebo.
And the other white.
No, it's broken. The roof's not working.
You would never see them again. They would never mention them again. And you're like, Wall Street side, which is the fancy side, and it's when you turn the corner there, right, up there. And then there's a New York Street on the other side of this that is Embassy Court side of New York Street. which it looks like the embassy. It looks like governmental buildings, like it's at the UN or something like that. In the back, this is Chicago Street, but currently it is it's Philadelphia. Right? So I love this because this is the original building, this blue-gray building, and then the green building, the original like facade structure that they created for Flash in the 1990s. Right? That show was $1 million an episode. It was too expensive. Executives got scared. They canceled it after the first season. But it was like one of the best shows ever. There's nothing about the way, like, about the numbers that didn't make sense. It was just like, it was expensive and they were scared. So they were like, yeah, let's get rid of it. They then used this in Batman as Gotham Town Records. So it is where Penguin goes to find out his true origin as Oswald Cobblepot in the Batman with Danny DeVito and Michael Keaton. Right? They use it as the back of the hospital in ER. They use it in Family Matters. They use it in Shameless. And in Shameless, this is where they had that L train. And we're gonna go ahead and turn here so they can make their way around. Yeah, now it's Abbott Elementary. They're the ones that made us tear down the L train, which was a pretty iconic structure in front of that building there. And it sort of stretched all the way out into the street. And then the ambulance bay from ER are the red doors in the very back there. In Shameless, this building here with the turret, that's a diner, and that's Patsy's Pies. That's where Fiona worked. And in season 7, she buys a laundromat. It's the yellow building there. So see, there's just a lot of different things.
they mean this one.
Okay.
I don't think it looks like yellow, but
That's a yellowish.
I think they watch too much TV.
We love this. On the street that we were originally we were gonna go down, where I said that there's Hennessy. It's mostly New York in that area. It also had Vincent Price's Wax Museum, which burned down in 1959, and they had to rebuild it here. So this is in that Vincent Price movie, Wax Museum, where he has the wooden rickrack with the rubber ball attached to it. Have you guys seen this movie at all? First movie with color, stereophonic sound, and 3D. And it was so scary that they did articles, they were published in the newspaper that told people to, like, don't let your kids watch this movie because that ball is gonna pop out of the TV screen. They were that worried. It's almost like we are with AI right now. You don't know what's gonna happen. Like, is it just gonna stay like on a machine level, or is it gonna like somehow
Terminator us.
recreate, the biology of humans and like take over? Like, I don't know. You never know. But this is that Wax Museum where he's like smacking that rickrack right here. We'll just drive around here. Get this thing to work. This one is a theater that you see in Big Bang Theory, where Sheldon stole a copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
oh my gosh, yes.
And then this is the older theater, the Marquee Theater, where they have they did Maltese Falcon, The Star is Born with Judy Garland, Robin and the Seven Hoods, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. They all filmed there. So watch the video here.
Humphrey Bogart walked along New York Street in the classic film The Maltese Falcon. New York Street was also the starting line for the Great Race from New York to Paris. The same street was turned into a futuristic Los Angeles for Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. And this is the spot where Sheldon stole a copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark and was chased by an angry Will Wheaton and friends in the hit sitcom The Big Bang Theory.
Why is there never a pontoon plane when you need one?
Director Ben Affleck filmed scenes all over the lot for the Academy Award-winning motion
Argo.
picture Argo,
And that next
including
section
this
is
one
way.
on the courthouse
That's where they all
steps.
go, isn't it?
So
On
if you look
trailers?
this way, you'll see the courthouse. It now has gold embellishments, which they added for Hail Caesar when George Clooney did that movie. Here. All right. So we'll go this way here. They also did. They used for the Japanese town in The Last Samurai. They literally rebuilt that town here. When people see that movie, they think it was in Japan. It was literally right here. 3 months it took them, to like put plantons, which are facades, over all these buildings, build little shacks and lean-tos. They cover the street with dirt. Right? There's even like footage of this, of them like creating this on YouTube. So you could like check that out if you wanted to. This is the Daily Planet from the show Lois and Clark with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. It's also a scene in Ant-Man where he's rappelling up the wall, but they add height to that scene digitally. On the other side of this, on the bottom level, is Sniffy's Tavern, which is the restaurant where Luke takes Lorelai on their very first date in Gilmore Girls. And currently, it is the hangout in the show All American. So right inside the...
Never heard of that show.
There. So this is all Wall Street. It's the fancy side of New York. Beverly Hills, it could be Madison Avenue, you know, anything.
There's some friends.
There were cones.
That probably means don't park here. But
They could have been guests at her wedding.
all right, so this is the apartment building in France where Ross goes to break up with his college agent. She drops the water balloon on his head. She's like, "Ross, you saw?" You guys remember that scene?
Yep.
Yes.
Sadly.
Hop out here really quick. You just hop out on the sidewalk.
Polish immigrants who moved to the
No.
United States in pursuit of the American dream. Starting as film exhibitioners on the East Coast, they left their home behind and headed west to begin making their own films. Once there, they took a big risk and invested in sound pictures. The Jazz Singer, released in 1927, was the first talking motion picture and innovated the entire film industry. Generations later, this studio remains home to a growing family of artists, technicians, and visionaries who share the Warner Brothers passion for entertaining us all. And behind these gates, the story continues.
All right, so this video doesn't really do the Warner Brothers justice, I think, because they created the film that we have now. Like literally, it wasn't just another studio that like, you know, started doing film. They completely renovated it in this sense. So you had other films being done, but it was Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin. It was all silent films. And the Warner Brothers came out here and they said, we think that we should be doing dialogue films. Like let's try it. And people said, you guys are stupid. You're gonna lose all your money. Don't do it. Because literally no one's going to go to a picture house and a movie theater and watch a bunch of actors on screen talk to each other. It will be boring and you will just lose all your money. And they were thinking, we've been film exhibitionists for a while. We think we know what people might like. We're just going to do it. Right? They had already come up with the innovation for it. If you're recording, don't record. He was a Western film star. He also did the movie Blue Dahlia, which was a big film. But this film, they wanted to film it in Cuba, but you couldn't do that in 1955 because of the Cold War, right? It didn't make any sense. They were like, oh, okay, well, why don't we just make it? They brought 250 different species of plants and trees from around the world, planted, cultivated them here, and this is what it's become 70 years later. So look how big the roots are on the trees.
Yeah, that tree's amazing.
Huge. And there's bigger ones too. Which would include like watermark paint on the wood. There's dirt and dust paint on the screens and on the windows, so that makes it look much more aged and like grimier, right? Also they had shrubs along the front as at Merlot's Bar and Grill, so you couldn't tell that was a door up front. It looked like a window. They used the second entrance over there, and then they would use another front entrance on the inside of the store. It was odd the way they filmed it, but it worked. So you could get the soldiers. There was a movie in the 1990s. This is the toy shop right here.
Yep.
It's also in La La Land as Cafe Sur La La. So that's where Mia works on the Warner Brothers lot as a barista. And then it's in the third season of You as Love's Bakery.
Oh, really?
Never saw that show. I know it's there.
Full House, Fuller
That was
House
good.
right here.
All the little action figures.
Anybody there?
Nope, you're fine.
That's one of the
Well, a lot of the original movie Gremlins was filmed in Toronto.
But we're not going to get out. You guys are going to get me in such big trouble.
I love you.
We're just going to drive right through here. That's all. Oh my God, if they see the number on my car, they're going to
Gilmore Girls.
House, Lorelai and Rory's house, the church. That's from Pretty Little Liars.
So fast.
It's better than not going. We appreciate it.
It'll all be in my video on YouTube.
Okay. No. What is it in Shameless?
In Shameless, this is where they film when Carl goes to military school.
Oh.
This is all that.
Carl.
Carl.
Carl, yeah.
What's it now?
See the A on the front of the window there? That's from Pretty Little Liars.
Pretty Little Liars. Oh, the A on the window.
And then, so you look over here, you can see just how big these roots are. See how big these roots are? Yeah. It's crazy.
Look how big the bamboo is.
Yeah.
That's some giant
The
bamboo.
bamboo was planted by David Carradine. He is Bill from the movie Kill Bill.
Wow.
He did a show in the 1970s called Kung Fu.
Yep.
And that's why he planted all this bamboo. You would fill this lagoon with water. It holds 270,000 gallons of water, and it becomes a beautiful tropical oasis. It's a set that you can't find within 3,000 miles of here. Every studio films here. They have to. They have no choice because we were the last jungle set in Hollywood. Every other studio got rid of their jungle sets because they thought it was a waste of space. They're like, a backyard? Why do we need that? Kind of stupid, right? We need a parking garage. We need office buildings, rides. And they built that stuff, getting rid of the jungles. And so now when they do a TV show or movie that needs a jungle, they don't have it. Pee-wee's Big Adventures is filmed here, where he's swinging over the lake. The Little Rascals movie. The Muppets movie. Kermit the Frog. He's like, Rainbow
Connection,
lovers,
those
dreamers,
dreamers and me.
Right here.
That's awesome.
Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls. We put a dock across the water. That's where Luke and Jess are walking across, and Luke is Jess in the water. And then there's another scene where Rory takes Lorelai's Jeep to school. She's late for Max Medina's class that day. There's a test. She's driving down this road in this direction. When she gets to the end of the road, that's where the deer jumps out. And hits the Jeep. Yeah. There's a lot of other scenes that are filmed here too. When Jess buys her basket at the so there's a day where like the women make baskets and then they auction them off to the men, and the men take the girls on a date and they're supposed to eat the lunch or whatever. Jess buys her basket and this is where they come for lunch. That's a definite scene where I'm like, I don't like you, Rory. I don't like her. I'm sorry, I'm Team Jess.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm Team Dean.
Oh.
I'm
No,
Team
everybody's
Rowan,
Team
so.
Jess. Why? It's so, I don't know. It's horrible stuff that they do. I don't know.
Agree.
I'm with you.
I like them all, but
I
I love
have no
Logan,
idea
so.
what any of it is.
Well, you're missing out. You're missing out.
Don't push it.
I don't
You
think
ever
so.
seen
It
Gilmore
is really
Girls?
good.
Never seen it.
Watch it.
I
Yeah.
never watched it until what?
It might
5
take a
years
few
ago?
episodes to get
I was
into
like,
it,
what's
but
that?
Why haven't
Look,
I
she
been
made me
watching
sit through Friends, so
Like that was punishment? No.
I'm not a huge Friends fan.
What?
No.
Can he get pushed off the tram?
what's that?
We
can
push
push him
him off
off.
here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Became the tallest stage in North America in 1936 while filming Cain and Mabel,
pictures on
starring
this.
Clark.
It is Bob's Neighborhood and Bob Hart's at a show. And this is Bob's house in the show.
Nice.
It's Hannah's house in Pretty Little Liars. It's Christopher's parents' house in Gilmore Girls. Rory's dad. This is where Lorelai goes to visit him when his dad passes away.
She gets drunk.
Yep. And you'll see this in an upcoming show where it's burning.
Oh.
But it's not burned at all. Okay. I can't tell you. All I can say is Steve Carell. That's all I can say.
Steve Carell. Nice.
Oh, I think I maybe know.
Yeah. So now this, you can see that this is all fake. Can you tell?
Yeah, it's not real
Peeling brick is not real. It's
No.
vacuum pressed fiberglass. Sometimes high impact polystyrene, but they will they just press this out in the mill where they make the set dressing and props, and it becomes a brick house. That's what they put on all these houses to make them look real. But this has been here like 20 years, so that's why it's so shattered right now. All right, this is the bridge building here, and the bridge building, this is all real. So
This building is our bridge building.
he said the exact same thing. All right,
Think I
this
heard
is, if we could make this look like a skyscraper, you just add height to it digitally. Right? It's in a show called All Rise, which is a court drama. This is the courthouse right here. And then this is a different building. This is all you can film as a courthouse because this is a small office building or a medical office building. It's rounded on this side, it's flat on the front. Right? There's even a little lip that comes out, so if you're filming from the front, it hides that curve. That's why that's there. Now, if you film from the street between the first two columns, this becomes an airport. On this side, it's a train station or a bus station. And you see this in Gilmore Girls as the bus station when Rory goes to visit Jess the first time. Remember, buses pull into here, it says Port Authority Transit right across the door there. And then and that's also a hospital. In Georgia and Mandy's first marriage, young Sheldon, right? Medford County Hospital. See, if you're filming this as the entrance of the hospital, or say like an ambulance bay, you don't really want that in the shot because it doesn't really look the same, right? So look at what these two columns do to that building. If you set up your cameras right, you won't even see that building. This is also where LeBron James drops his son off for video game camp and Space Jam: A New Legacy.
No, it's not. You never saw Space Jam?
The new one.
Not the new one.
This is Mount Lee over here where they have Bronson Caves,
Girl, I have
which
the
is that
VHS
cave from the 1960s out of West Palm. That's a part of Griffith Park, and you could actually go see it if you wanted. It's in a public park. So. And this is a parking garage for the bridge building, which still looks different on this side, but it's where we have our wardrobe and costume department on this bottom two floors, here and underground. Underground, it's an underground layer that's built to resist mold and mildew. So you've got millions of costume pieces down there that they rent out. See how there's like Barbie stuff there?
Come on, Barbie, let's go
That
party.
stuff is not actually used in the movie because they made 200 things for Barbie and Ken for the movie. The costume designer picked the things that they wanted. They used it in the movie, and then they took those 50 items. They put them in archives. All right? They made tons of things. So there's no real interior. There's 6 feet right inside the front door. So you set dress that as a foyer. When you open the doors, it just looks like the inside of a house. But there's nothing, you can't film anything inside. But when this was not here, you could see the mountains clear through through the trees there, the big sequoias and evergreens here. They put that Jeep on this road in Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum's in the back of the Jeep, and he looks to the back, sees the T-Rex, and he yells to the driver, "Must go faster, must go faster!" Right? He is just trying to get him out of. We gotta go, right? He's speeding the Jeep around the curve of this road. This is an optical illusion for the camera. It's just like a hard C, right? They turn the Jeep around. They speed back the other way. Must go faster, must go faster. Turn the Jeep around. Must go faster, must go faster. Turn the Jeep around. You get my point? Yeah. So it looks like a long, curvy mountain road in the movie, and it's not. It's just this. So piece together footage, and the way you know this is true, this electrical box. This electrical box, when you're watching that scene, is on both sides of the street now, bouncing back and forth.
That's cool.
That's how you know. There's only one of those.
No, would they build this house for again?
Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, Pretty Little
This is Allison De Lorenzo's house. Yeah. Look in the window up there. You can see outside.
Oh yeah, you can. It sees right through it.
Told you I was right. I knew the house.
Even these windows, if you look, you can see that. You can see the other houses on the other side of it.
I knew.
All right.
The building at the start of the jungle was Merlat's Bar, HBO's True Blood, and our lagoon private lake for Natalie Wood in The Great Race. It was featured in an episode of ER. Was 19th century Japan in The Last Samurai, and was home to Ira's Roadside Diner in the Academy Award-winning $1 Million Baby. That same building was Spencer's dad's cabin in All-American. And our jungle was also the forest outside Wayne Manor in Batman Forever.
So, Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what this is?
Yes. Rory went into a. Was it a little hut, little house? I can't get it. No.
Isn't that where they grew up?
It is.
That's
It's the
what you're
potting
saying.
shed.
Oh my
It's
god.
the potting shed where Laura and Rory live when they first moved to Stars Hollow.
What the heck is on the
She
roof?
brings. What's that?
It's a sandbag.
Oh, okay.
On the roof.
Oh, yeah.
I see it now.
It must be a.
Yeah. They do not care about this stuff. What they care about is the fact that these trees are like on the roof. So they will do everything they can to preserve that. If they need to rebuild the roof, they will. They're not going to cut the tree.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Trying to get that.
Oh yeah, but there's a scene where Rory brings Emily here to like show her where they live, and she is so disgusted that her daughter lives in a potting shed she won't go. This is Warner Village.
That's $1 billion home, and
These? Oh yeah.
In Vancouver, that's about 2.5.
yeah.
So I call this the suburban jungle because it looks like Desperate Housewives. But it's not Wisteria Lane. That's at Universal across the street. This used to be a western town, and they called it Laramie Street, and it was where they did all of their first westerns: Cheyenne, Maverick, Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, The Waltons, Blazing Saddles. All filmed right here. And then in the 90s, they did Will Smith's Wild Wild West music video, and they were like, "We got to get rid of it." They tore it down. They were just like, nobody's watching westerns, so why even have it? So producers came in, they were like, "You guys are missing a great opportunity. You can make a lot more money." Say again?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. Where?
That house.
Is that Jessica Jones's house?
I'm getting to that. Yeah. I thought you saw her or something like.
What's she in here?
Yeah, they use these in a lot of shows. So the producers tell them, "You guys are missing a great opportunity. You got mountains and power lines here. Why don't you make it an upscale mountain town, right? Then you could do production offices and writers' rooms. If you do production offices and writers' rooms, they will be rented out all the time. But when you want to film, you just tell people to stay inside. Don't park their car on the street. You'll bring in picture cars, actors, lights, cameras, right? Set dressing. And you make it look like these houses belong to the characters on the show. They can even walk up the stairs and into the building. But if they do that, then you just know for the sake of the show, you cut, right? You can't film inside. You can't.
All right. Well, this will end our Warner Brothers studio tour day. As you can see behind us, that's all, folks. So, hope you've enjoyed the travels and enjoyed the tour. This is pretty much the end of our California trip as well. We are heading back home tomorrow. So, let us know what you think. Drop a comment below, like, subscribe, and be sure to ring that notification bell. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.